Hello, internet friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay or Elijah, and today we are going to be typing people via their Amazon reviews. Now, this video was inspired by the fact I was looking for ergonomic pillows at around 1 o'clock in the morning the other night, and I realized how many single observers are in the comment section and just how easy it would be to type people based off of their Amazon reviews. Now, of course, take this with a grain of salt. We're just going to get started with my new technology that I have running right now. So as I mentioned before, the song of control and chaos is that of the single observer, the IJs and the EPs. Missing information is the underlying tone of their lives. Again, it's because of that gap between the S and the N function, depending which one is on top. One is in the first slot, the other one is in the fourth slot. And that means the conversation is going to revolve more around the things versus the people, the self, and the tribe, which is very more EJs and IPs. So we're going to start with some thing-related categories because I have a good feeling that I could find some good IJs or EPs in these comments. So we're going to start with a thing, but a very something that could have a lot of things possibly go either right or wrong with it. So we're going to go with air fryer. Now, I got an air fryer years ago, amazing device. And we're going to find some people to type in the comment section. All right, so should we go for the good or for the bad? Let's just hop right on down to that 1-star rating. See what people have to say about this. Okay, so first they start ranting here about the box. Top looks like it was open every step of the shipping process. The bottom metal looked great. That is removable is really weak, bad quality. I don't see it lasting very long. Okay, what else do we have to say? Cleaning, horrible. I decided to soak the metal great in the pull-out fry section. Okay, so the 2 screws were not sealed. Okay. Ergonomics, awful. The power switch is positioned on the panel where the start button should be. Okay, so hearing a little bit of TE possibly in here. The pull-out tray is nice, but is not functional. The first time I used it, it dropped on my feet. Okay, we might be getting some demon lower function sensory in here. Maybe I have a defective unit, question mark, missing information. I have been vigilant to make sure it is connected and hold a pot holder under it. Okay, this person is genuinely trying. Big props for that. So like to pull out tray, there's nothing to keep the back of the outer bucket aligned to the inner bucket. Okay, I'm relating to these kind of problems. Also, this person is not paying attention to their capitalizations or some other spelling things, which, listen, if you're having issues with the sensory, I don't blame you. Like, it can be very difficult to want to pay to other sensory when you're already having a meltdown about certain sensory. So I relate to the pull-out tray. Okay, bucket sags. I would never buy again. I have no idea how they got high ratings. It could be good, but several of the issues here need to be re-engineered. Buy anything but this unit. All right. Okay. All right, so there's a lot of TE because a lot of this is having to deal with how this integrates with one parts of the air fryer with other parts. I'm also seeing some demon sensory here. I'm saying it's likely we have NITE going on in this, possibly another INTJ friend. So, all right, so another review here in the air fryer section. Interesting, different tone on this one. I hate to give this air fryer a bad review when the end result is so good. It produces hot, crispy food fast, but I have to give it a 1-star review because even after a month of using it, my family asked me not to use it because it makes the entire house smell like plastic. All right, so we have tribe going on here. The food doesn't have a plastic taste, but there's a horrid plastic chemical smell that lingers. All right. Okay, so this person is basically like, I don't want to rate this badly, but because the tribe is complaining around me, I feel as though I have to do that, even though it makes crispy, delicious food. There's a lot of visual language in here. I would say probably sensory, but also I would say probably FE. I'm thinking some kind of EF something J, possibly ESFJ, but this is sounding a little bit more on the FE side of a review. Again, they don't really want to leave it, but the family, you know, the children. So just to catch some more IJs and EPs, I typed in the word easy in this kitchen section because I know that if something is marketed as easy, someone who wants it to be easy, aka some single observer out there, will purchase it and then find out it is not easy. It does not do the thing they don't want it to do. And so we're going to have an adverse reaction. So here we are with easy ice cube products. You think, how could you go wrong? It's ice cubes. This looks like a disaster. This is the ice. Okay, so you fill it up with water. It looks like, and then you probably crunch it. And it looks like the ice cubes are supposed to come out. Now, this looks like a disaster, but to someone who maybe doesn't want to spill, you know, have water everywhere, this could contain it. So let's see who we can find in the comments section. Okay, we're gonna go right to the 1-star reviews because we are here to find something in particular. Okay, again, I'm looking for the real spike of energy in these. Here's someone saying, maybe I'm an idiot, but I could not figure out how this contraption is supposed to work. Question mark, question mark. After removing this from the freezer, it was like one big block of ice and the hole at the top was frozen solids. There was no way to get ice cubes out of it. Question mark, question mark. There was no instructions provided, and maybe I'm doing something wrong, but a good product should be easy to figure out. I would not waste your money on this. This sounds like some kind of possibly SE or SI user. Some of this kind of sounds intuitive to how you should probably, it sounds like they put in too much water in it. That is just a guess. So like some kind of SJ possibly. Okay, let's see. All right, so here we have Scott commenting on the ice maker. So absolute waste of a fragile product. Okay. I acknowledge that I'm a strong guy, but in the normal course of using this product, probably the 6th or 7th time overall I use it, I pulled it apart and completely destroyed it, attempting to use it as recommended in the flyer enclosed with the product. Junk, doesn't work well. Absolutely not worth the time or money. Seek out other solutions and avoid this product at all costs. Okay, so I'm hearing a little bit of TI here. This is not rate against the TI standard. Also sounds like a little bit of extroverted sensing in terms of how it is addressing the world. We're going to just say this is probably guy, some kind of ESTP. We're going to go with that. Okay, this person, I am smelling SI on this one. So they say, this does not work as promised, okay? You promised, it does not work, okay? I followed the directions carefully 3 times. Okay, so they're saying they actually read the directions, which props to you for reading the directions. Again, kind of sounds like SI. 3 times, okay? We're not using a ton of intuition in this course. And it didn't work. No ice released. No matter how much I pound as directed. As directed. The only way to get out the, end quote, ice was to let it melt. Totally defeats the purpose of this product. What the heck? Sending it back in disgust. This sounds like some SI. I'm going to say SIFE. We're going to say like ISFJ because, you know, they're bringing up promises, you know, someone making a contract with the tribe with their promise. And then SI very clearly reading instructions and being very, very disgusted with you, Amazon cube sellers. All right, let's start some other stuff here. Switch. Smart light switch. This I could see giving me an IJ moment. All right. This is what I'm talking about here, people. All right. So, Jim, I feel for you, Jim, off the bat. Outrageous failure rate, never buying again. Jim, let's hear what you have to say, all right? When I go to the product page, Amazon helpfully reminds me I've ordered these 4 times. Well, never again. These switches have a ridiculously high failure rate, and I've come to find that many other people in the Smart Things community forum have encountered the same problem. I have had 5 switches now that just quit working within the same space of a few weeks. Some leave the light flashing on and off, others just give off an audible click, 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 but without doing anything. Besides convenience, I rely on my smart switches as a part of an overall security infrastructure. Little T there. So suddenly having lights that are part of a security routine just not work anymore is totally unacceptable. We have some standards. Other folks seem to be having good results with Zeus switches. So as the GE switches fail, I am replacing them with Zeus. Okay, so this guy found another solution. But as I said, others seem to have better experience with them. Okay, so to me, there's quite a bit of TI in here. Overall, it seems a little bit vague as to what's actually going on. It doesn't really seem like an ST sensor report. I think this would be a little bit more on the NE side. I'm going to give this probably ENTP, not happy with the light switches. All right, so we have someone else with a light switch problem here. So Marvin says, design flawed, switch becomes clicking piece of garbage after power failures. All right, Marvin, we're here to hear you out. I don't write reviews on any products until I have long-term experience with it. A little SI. I want to give it time to show its true colors, and boy, these GE Jessica switches have shown their true colors, especially by becoming non-stop clicking, non-functioning junk after power outages. Okay, some good details in there. I always give anything electronic the benefit of the doubt. So if a failure happens once, I'll chalk it up to a fluke. But if it happens twice, okay, we're having some standards here. If it happens twice, the exact same way after an outage, okay, now we have some sensory specifics. Now it's a demonstrated design flaw to me. To be fair, the Z-Wave functionality of these switches is flawless. It just that the power in your area has to remain perfect forever. How likely is that? As a result, it's now an easy decision for me to definitely go with a non-China origin, American or German-made replacement product. Okay. The dilemma is, do I go ahead and replace all the switches at once, or just patiently wait for remaining switches in the bunch to fail into clicker mode after future power outages, as I now fully expect them to do? So I'm going to say this is probably some kind of ISJ. It sounds like they're very much basing this off of the kind of the history now that is aligning itself to the sensory, and they are not happy with it. Also, there's kind of a little bit of a peacock energy thing with like, and now I expect them. Now I guess that they're not going to work at this point. So I'm going to go with a little bit of an ISJ on this guy here, Marvin. All right, so here we have a collapsible silicone colander. All right, so we have a little bit of tribe energy here with Elizabeth. She says, I'd give it 0 stars if I could. Not a great buy. These both were ripped a few weeks after buying them, right? So she's here giving them a poor review, and she edits this to say, the company is mad that I left a truthful review and are blowing my email up every day telling me I need to take down my review. Not happening. I spent my hard-earned money on this product, and they were garbage. They don't even want to replace them. They just want me to take this down. This sounds like a kind of like an EJ swing, to be honest. It sounds like a little bit of self-tribe stuff happening here. But this sounds more like I am going to defend my TI reason for this, kind of in a weird state. And if this was like an INTP or an ISTP doing this, like they wouldn't have that same kind of like, well, I am going to defend my right to say what I need to say. They're just going to say it. So this sounds like a little bit of a FJ, EFJ, and I think it's hilarious. You go, Elizabeth. You get in touch with that inner TI. So this one's kind of sad in a weird, possibly ISFJ way. I enjoyed using this colander strainer the 2 times I used it prior to today. We're gonna get a lot of sensory right now. While I was straining my noodles, just because you need to know that they're noodles, okay? It split open on the sides, and most of my noodles spilled out into the sink. So not only did I wind up with half of my family's dinner in the drain of my sink, I feel like my money went down the drain as well because I am now out of a strainer that I just purchased a little over a month ago. This is sounding less of an efficiency minded talk and more of a value related comment. And they do mention the value in the money, but also the value as relates to the family's dinner. There is heavy sensory. We're going to go ISFJ. I love my Wagon, but let's see. Let's see if anyone else has Wagon issues because I know some of them don't have good wheel turning. Good little Wagon, almost. Already, you wrote me and Terry. When I first opened the box, I was a little skeptical, but I assembled it anyway as I was on a time schedule. Okay. Originally bought this to move 2 wood stoves weighing 450 and 600. Okay. Well, hello, lots of sensory. Turns out that it worked out great. Okay, good. I now use it to move various items around the yard, such as water containers and firewood. I have even used it to move large slabs of flagstone as well. Wow. I can paint in a picture everything this guy has said so far. Heavy on the sensory. But Terry revises from that 4-star to a 1-star. When I wrote my review, I was happy with this Wagon as it did my heavy lifting and transport. Ever since then, I have only been using it for light loads. I have had this Wagon for 3 months, and yesterday the tongue assembly fell apart. The bolt, which is welded to the Wagon frame and attaches the front wheels assembly, broke through the frame, the bolt and part. Okay, lots of frames, lots of sensory. Fell into the tub frame and I can't get out, so I can jury rig it, which now sounds like a little CE there, now makes the Wagon useless. My suggestion is not to buy this and to purchase only locally where you can see the quality of the workmanship sensory. Normally, I've been happy with dealing with Amazon over. Okay, so good little Wagon almost. I feel like there's like TE and then like FI like in there. Like I feel a little bit of the FI coming through here. I'm gonna say this is probably an ISTJ. Oh, okay, here. Oh, Scott. Scott is feeling sassy and disappointed. Wimpy, crappy paint, total disappointment. Tell us all about it, Scott. It came damaged, crappy product control, made in China, and not very well done. Bought this to take my elderly dog with limited mobility for a drag around the neighborhood. What about a wheel around the neighborhood? All right. Or visit an old favorite dog park. I have never sent a product back to Amazon. I have to figure out how. Okay. So control chaos, folks. Images of the assembly are terrible. Had to make a number of attempts before I got it right. I'm very able to tear apart and repair things, have tons of tools. You only need a few things like a adjustable wrench, but the diagrams making mistakes certain. Hate my purchase. Sure, it'll be a rusty mess shortly. Okay, so this is sounding like sensory and FI. I'm getting FI from the dog. We're talking about favorite dog park. We are talking about hating the purchase, very strong introverted feeling words, and probably SE with that. I'm thinking that Scott is probably an ASFP. All right, I want to catch another EJ. Let's do family camping tent. There has to be some EJs in this category. All right, so here we go. So Frederic is not happy about this tent. How to discuss your small kids from camping, waking up in a bath of water. Order this thing. Okay, here we go, having an EJ objectify the sensory item, right? So this is usually what the single observers will do, but we're gonna talk about it this way. So order this thing to go camping with my 2 small kids. First night, the first rain, far away from being heavy rains, We were completely wet, sleeping bags full of water, and kids crying, panicking. Their water was entering through the fabric and all the seams. We finished in the car, and the rest of the weekend is also affected. This is what I was waiting for, that FE. And all is wet. I qualify this as a thing. I can't call that a tent, as a plastic bag would have better quality as a tent. I precise that I had to put 1 star for the review that obviously it does not deserve. Did you even consider the children when you made this trash bag of a tent? We have pretty good sensory language in here. This seems more, not really T working talk, more value talk. It sounds more extrovert in terms of what wasn't working. We're gonna go FESI, ESFJ. This rant in the positive side is the one that actually inspired me to make this video, because it made my day. Mission, find the right pillow, has been aborted. It has been found, many exclamation points. This is where we get weird, folks, with the things, okay? Granted, I'm a picky pillow person, but I cannot begin to describe just how close I came to losing my over waking up a bajillion times every night since forever. I suffered from stiff neck, cramped shoulders, and tingling arms. It's truly torturous not being able to get a decent night's sleep. I hate waking up several times, bathed in sweat, and nearly strangled by my very own pajamas. Okay, we have observer issues here, folks. Contorting every position imaginable. It's just been so darn exasperated in my attempt to just sleep. Culprit, terrible pillows. We blame the sensory, folks. So I've turned the world over searching for a good pillow. I've literally tried them all. Spare no money. Casper, Purple, My Pillow, you name it. I've tried it. If I tell you, I have been going stark and mad trying to find the right one. At first, I was sure that what I needed was an expensive, luscious down feather pillow. I felt like I was literally rattling the last couple of nickels out of my piggy bank to afford one. But you know what? Yeah, it was heavenly for the first 2 minutes. And then, come on, it's like all the air bushes out and I might as well be laying on a pancake. I don't know why. I'm just kind of getting like ENP vibes. Then I went through this phase with memory foam pillows. Wasn't too bad, was firm, gave me nice support, but I missed my yummy plush coziness of down. Okay, there's a lot of possibilities going on here. We're gonna go NE for the moment. And then my wife bought me the best gift I've ever gotten in my entire life. This dreamy blue pillow, the damn pillow I've been searching for. Been searching, okay? Anyway, he's very happy about it, clearly. Finally, I can sleep, I tell you. I sleep like a freaking log, so can you. It's funny, this guy seems really excited about the pillow, but I feel like he was even more excited about writing this review. Like, I feel like the process of writing the review was just as gratifying as getting the pillow. I'm gonna say, like, this feels ENFP. Ooh, large magnetic squares. See, like, these can be great if they work well. But the thing is, the adhesive really is important, so we're probably gonna have some more adhesive related complaints. All right, so this customer, not happy with the magnets, right? I was very surprised that while being marketed as a magnet, the strength of magnetism in one of these squares cannot reliably hold anything, even when the opposing force is a super magnet. Not joking, I have miniature super magnets I use for posing reference figurines on their feet, weighing about an ounce each. I feel like I'm getting some NETI vibes, TINE vibes. And they barely stick to this weak super plastic material enough to stand upright when the magnets are flat. Doubling up, tripling up extends the magnetism on a contained block, but if you're looking for stickable magnet blocks, these are terrible. Yeah. A good bit of I, me talk in here, and also seems like a lot of TI stacking. I'm feeling TINE, INTP coming through on that one. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed typing some people through Amazon reviews and learning a little bit about how control and chaos with the IJs and EPs work, and also a little bit of how the Self and Tribe with the EJs and IPs is. It seems to be harder to get them to write the Amazon reviews, but yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. If you want to see my videos, just help a sister out. And I will see you next time. Goodbye, internet friends.